today's lecture we will talk about the plants, right? We will talk about the flowering plants actually. If I specifically say that I'm going to talk about the four things, I'm going to talk about parts of a flower and then types of a flower and pollination, which kind of pollination plants follow, as well as the functions of a flower. So one by one we will discuss all these things. Maybe this video or this lecture can be little bit long, but stay with me. Flower is a reproductive part of angiosperm. The portion in angiosperm, the part which play role in the reproduction, that is the flower. It is the most beautiful structure a plant has. So the first concept today we will learn about the parts of a flower. As I have very confidence that you must be knowing the different parts of a flower, but let's revise them. The major parts of a flower which we are going to talk about here is the sepals, petals, stamen, and pistil. If I specifically have to say, then see sepals and petals. They are the non-essentials. If I say non-essential, or you can say non-reproductive parts of a flower, they do not participate in the reproduction. Stamen and pistil, and here I will tell you one more thing. Stamen is the male part, right? Pistil is the female part. In many books, many places you will find these words like pistil, carpel, and gynoecium. These all words, they are similar meaning. Okay, I am saying again, these all words, they have similar meaning. Only the difference, sometime in very few cases we use pistil, we use carpel as the or sometime we use pistil, but all pistil, carpel, gynoecium, these three terms are absolutely right, correct to write down, as well as to mention the female part of a flower. Don't get confused, ma'am. What is in NCERT it is written carpel, but you have mentioned pistil. These all terms, they represent the female part of a flower. Same for the stamen. With stamen you will find another word, that is androecium, and androecium is known as the male reproductive part of a flower. So because few were older terms and then they modified and then new terms arrived, so but both all of them have similar meaning. So non reproductive parts, if I have to talk about, then is the sepals and pastels. These, as you can see, this is our sepal, these are our sepals, and these colorful portion, that is our petals. The colorful portion, they are our petals. So sepal petals, they are they have bright color. Why they need bright color? To attract the insects for pollination. They attract for attraction, because if pollination will not be there, then it will be very difficult for the male gamete to reach till the female gamete. As now from the previous lecture you have now clearly idea that we need to fuse male gamete with the female gamete, right? So you need both gametes in the sexual reproduction. Sepal, it is a leaf like structure. As you can see, it is green in color. It is a leaf like structure and protect the flower, and when it is in immature state, in when the plant is very mature and grow properly, then sometime it is in the light form, light color, as well as sometime in the very reduced form. Calyx and corolla. So what are calyx? All the sepals collectively known as the calyx. It is the outermost wall. So like this. So this is the green portion, and when many in a flower it has many sepals, then all the sepals, if one, it is known as sepals. When there are so many, then that we will call them as the calyx. Now they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they collectively together they are known as calyx. Now corolla, if it will be, you are calling it as a single colorful, then we will call it as a petal. But all the petals of a flower like this, they will be known as the corolla, right? So calyx is the collective term for your sepals, and corolla is a collective term for your petals. So now you understood the non-reproductive sepals, petals, and collectively they are known as calyx and corolla. Now, so here if we have to understood, this is our sepal and this is the colored portion and this is our petal. In your exam, they ask you sometime about this diagram. I will come later to this diagram also. Stamen. Stamen is the male reproductive organ which contains actually male gamete. It is known as the androecium, or you can say the male part of a flower is known as androecium, and each stamen is made up of a stalk. Stalk is like a long structure, and this stalk like structure is known as filament, right? So each stamen is made up of a stalk like structure which is called filament, and on the top it has a knob like structure which is we are calling as the anther. So how these are the anthers, and these anthers they have a long stalk and this is called filament. So anther plus filaments, they together known as stamen, and male this is also known as the androecium. Now the thing comes in mind is where is male gametes, they are present. Now these anthers, they have pollen sacs. If I cut this anther, then I will find a structure like this. 4 sac like structure. 4 sac means 4 spaces. So if I cut this, I will definitely find this kind of structure. Here is one pouch, here is one pouch, here is one pouch, here is one pocket, and these pockets they have the male gametes. And what are the male gametes in case of the flower? These are called pollens. So where are these are my pollen sacs, right? This is my pollen sac, and where are they present? They are present inside the anther. When I cut this structure, then I will found these 4 sacs, and these are known as pollen sacs, and inside these pollen sacs we will find pollens or pollen grains, right? So what stamen has? It has filament and anthers. Inside the anther there are 4 pockets or 4 sac like structure which are called pollen sac. Why they are called pollen sac? Because they are carrying pollen grains. So pollen grains are produced in the pollen sac of anther. This is clear to you now? So here, where is the, as you can see, this is our, what is this? This is our anther, this is our filament, and together they are known as stamen. So here now, after stamen, let's talk about carpel as well as the carpel is in flowers. They are also known as pistil, and it is female part who is also known as the gynoecium. So it has different names: gynoecium, carpel, pistil. So it is female reproductive organ, and it ultimately contain your female gamete, which is egg. So it has basal swollen portion. It has basal at the base. Basal क्यों लिखा है? Because at the base it has a swollen part which is called ovary, right? In the middle it has a long structure which is called style, and at the tip it has a structure terminal, जहाँ पे आके ये structure खत्म हो जाता है, knob like part. This is called stigma, which will receive your pollen grains. So how many parts gynoecium has? Stigma, style, ovary, right? So ovary, inside the ovary we have our ovule. Inside the ovary we have our ovule, and inside the ovule, each ovule has a female gamete. Each ovule has its egg. Let's see its structure. So I told you that at the tip, at the terminal end होता है जहाँ पे structure खत्म हो जाता है. At the terminal end it is stigma, knob like structure. In the middle it has a long neck like stalk like structure, style, and at the base here it is a swollen portion which is called ovary, and inside the ovary there is a present ovule and egg is present. This is our egg, so egg is present inside the ovule. So it is like ovary, inside the ovary it is ovule, and inside the ovule there is egg. And stigma plus style plus ovary, it is known as pistil, or you can say it is known as the carpel. It is together known as gynoecium, female reproductive part of a flower. Now in exam they ask you, suppose this is the, they have mentioned it as a colorful portion, they will ask you that what is this, like they have colorful, you can draw it like the colorful petals. So now they can ask you what is we will make it green color. Now let's see one by one what are these parts. So here is our parts. So this structure, first let's talk about F. This is known as our petal, and here this G structure, it will be sepal, and this H, जहाँ से ये सारी चीज़ें निकल रही हैं, sepals, petals, female, male portion, H, this portion which is at the base, which is holding all these structure, it is known as thalamus. And now new term for thalamus is your receptacle, right? And at the base they have a stem like structure, and this stem like structure is known as peduncle, and few they call it as a stalk or stem also. This is the stem basically which is holding all the parts of a flower, and जहाँ से ये arise होते हैं, जहाँ से ये निकलते हैं, वो that is your thalamus और receptacle. अब अगर आपसे पूछा जाए what is this, यहाँ पे हम बाद में आएंगे, पहले हम मेल पार्ट पे चलते हैं. मेल पार्ट, व्हाट इज दिस लॉन्ग स्ट्रक्चर, इसको उसने बोला है ई. दिस लॉन्ग स्ट्रक्चर, दिस इज नोन एज योर फिलामेंट. एंड व्हाट इज डी, दैट इज योर anther. So we are clear with our, and anther plus filament, they are known as stamen or androecium. Now let's come to the female part. This is the tip at terminal end जहाँ पे ख़त्म हो जाता है. A, it is known as your A is your stigma, right? And now it has a long neck like structure. B, that is your style. And at the base, swollen portion, it is known as, what is C? C is ovary. And inside the ovary क्या मिलेगा हमें? These are our ovules, right? So here you can label this diagram easily. This usually this type of question comes in your exam. They give you this structure, and they tell you to label its each and every part. So now you are very much clear that what is the male part, what is the female part. Now the functions of a flower. Flower bears male sex organs as well as female sex organs. So a flower, if it is bearing male sex organ, they will be stamen, and female, they will be carpels or pistils. Flower is the major portion which play role in the reproduction. Ovary, this was our ovary, style and stigma. Ovary जब mature हो जाती है, it becomes fruit. जैसे आप गुआवा खाते हो, गुआवा के अंदर जो आप खाते हो, that is fruit, that fruit is basically your ripened ovary, जब वो mature हो जाती है. And inside the ovary there are ovule, and this ovule changes into seeds. तो गुआवा के अंदर seeds भी होते हैं, और those seeds, they are basically your, these seeds are what? These are your ovules. Ovule seeds में change हो जाते हैं, और आपकी mature होने के बाद ovary क्या बन जाती है, जिसको आप खाते हो, that is your fruit. So this is the function of a flower. This was our first concept about the each and every detail of a flower. Next is the type of a flower. Flower can be unisexual, flower can be bisexual. If a flower contains सिर्फ either stamen or you can say, or either pistil. Stamen means either it's contain male part or only it contains female part, then that flower will be known as uni. इसको सबसे बेस्ट तरीका रिमेंबर करने का क्या है, uni means single. सिंगल होता है यूनी मीन्स, सो आइदर इट विल हैव मेल पार्ट और इट विल हैव फीमेल, सिर्फ एक ही चीज़ होगी इसके पास. बाइसेक्सुअल, व्हेन द फ्लावर कंटेन्स बोथ स्टेमेंस एज वेल एज पिस्टल. आप सब ने ये फ्लावर देखा होगा, हिबिस्कस फ्लावर, सो इट इज़ बाइसेक्सुअल इन नेचर. और सब ने पपाया भी देखा होगा, पपाया इज़ योर यूनिसेक्सुअल फ्लावर. सो नेक्स्ट टाइम वेन एवर यू लुक एट पपाया एज वेल, और इफ़ I doubt if you look at watermelon, papaya is very common. So if you look at papaya, then it is a unisexual flower. Either तो आप मेल पपाया को देख पाओगे या फीमेल, दोनों अलग अलग होते हैं. Hibiscus has both male, it has stamens also, it has pistil also. As you can see, this is our pistil, right? This is our pistil, means it has here ovary stigma style, and on this there are the sticky pollen grains are also there. Stamen part is also there. Now here in the mustard flower is also same. Stamen portion is there, anther as well as the filaments, anther as well as filament both are there, as well as pistil is also there. That means stigma, style and ovary, three parts are there. These kind of flowers, they are bisexual. Now in male papaya they have only and only stamens. Stamens तो हैं but इसमें stigma style ovary नहीं है. और यहाँ पे ये कार्पल है, इस कार्पल में there is stigma style ovary but there is no stamen. There is no stamen. So either there will be male papaya or male papaya flower, or there will be female papaya फ्लावर. सो या तो इनमें मेल पार्ट है या इनमें फीमेल पार्ट होगा एक प्लांट में, दोनों इकट्ठे नहीं होंगे. द पॉलिनेशन, so if unisexual and bisexual is clear to you, so next is pollination. Now pollination is what? Because हमें क्या चाहिए, हमें दोनों चाहिए, मेल गैमीट एज वेल एज फीमेल गैमीट. अब मैंने यहाँ पे बोला है बाइसेक्सुअल में या तो इनके पास मेल पार्ट है फीमेल नहीं है, और इधर यहाँ पे फीमेल पार्ट है मेल पार्ट नहीं है, कैसे होगा देन रिप्रोडक्शन? बट बिकॉज दे आर फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स दे अंडरगो सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. हाउ? सो ट्रांसफर ऑफ मेल गैमीट्स from anther to stigma is called pollination. Now here as you can see, this is anther and this is stigma. This is female part and this is male part. यहाँ से जब pollen grains पहुँचते हैं stigma के ऊपर, then this process is called pollination. First तो definition should be clear कि male gametes का कहाँ पे पहुँचना? स्टिग्मा पे, राइट. ये मेल गैमीट्स स्टिग्मा में जब पहुंचते हैं, कौन सी प्रोसेस उसको बोलते हैं हम? पॉलिनेशन. अब पॉलिनेशन भी दो तरह की होती है, सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन एंड क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन. इफ द ट्रांसफर ऑफ पोलन्स और यू कैन से पोलन ग्रेन्स, they are taking place in same flower. Now can you imagine which kind of flower they have possible they can go through self pollination? Those which are bisexual, because only bisexual they have male and female both parts. So if transfer of pollen it takes place in the same flower, means if this is the flower, now here is the female portion, here is the male. So यहाँ से female से, this is from male, this male pollen grains they are reaching on the stigma. That type of pollination it is known as the self pollination. मतलब अपने आप में ही होना, एक ही फ्लावर अपने आप से अब उसी का सेम मेल गैमीट यूज़ किया उसने और सेम ही फ्लावर का फीमेल गैमीट यूज़ कर लिया. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ पॉलिनेशन बाय ओन, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन एंड इट टेक्स प्लेस इन यूजली बाइसेक्सुअल प्लांट्स. क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन, pollens they are transferred from one flower to another flower, but species should be same. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि मैंगो का फ्लावर पपाया पे, ऐसे वो जाएगा भी तो ग्रो नहीं करेगा. So pollens are transferred from one flower to the another flower. Like this plant, this flower is growing at little larger distance. This is another flower. So इसके जो pollen grains हैं, they are reaching on the stigma of this flower. But इसके भी तो पहुंच सकते हैं. So it can occur in both. It can occur in unisexual, it can occur in bisexual flowers. Unisexual में तो होना ही होना है. Unisexuals के पास ऑप्शन नहीं है. सपोज दिस इज नाउ मेल फ्लावर, ये कहाँ पे जाके फर्टिलाइजेशन करेगा? इफ ओनली इट विल सेंड इट्स पोलन ऑन द स्टिग्मा ऑफ दिस फ्लावर. अगर ये अपने पोलन फीमेल को भेजेगा तभी तो फर्टिलाइजेशन होगा. बट इन केस ऑफ बाईसेक्सुअल समटाइम्स ये जो गमीट्स हैं ये यहाँ पे जर्मिनेट नहीं करते हैं, तो दूसरे के पोलन ग्रेन्स आके यहाँ पे अडेप्ट हो जाते हैं, जर्मिनेट कर जाते हैं. सो द पोलन क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन दोनों में पॉसिबल है, यूनिसेक्सुअल फ्लावर में भी और बाईसेक्सुअल फ्लावर में भी. बट पोलन्स क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन हम बोलते किसको हैं कि पोलन्स आर ट्रांसफर्ड from one flower to the another flower, but the species should be same, right? That type of pollination is called as the cross pollination. And usually कौन लेके जाएगा इनको flower? खुद तो ही this flower cannot go, this flower is this flower cannot go by itself to the this. So who will taking this pollen to the female part? So there are various agents who carry the pollens. It can be carried by insects, it can be carried by wind, it can be carried by water. These are the major agents जो लेके जाते हैं pollens. Like insects, आप पूछोगे मैम insects कैसे? Insects, when you have seen that usually insects flower पे कब आते हैं? For nectar. So when they take the nectar, they get the pollen grains, they deposit on the body of insects like this. Suppose this bee is now taking the nectar, these pollen grains, they will stick on its body, right? And when now this bee will visit to the another flower, it can shed its pollen to this and they will start germinating on the stigma. वो stigma पे पहुंच जाएंगे. So in this way pollen from this flower they are transferred to the another flower. And what is this? When pollens from one flower transfer to another, what is this? This is called cross pollination. So cross pollination by bees or by insects. So when they visit another flower, the pollen grains they get stick to the another. Then it can be by wind. Suppose now these are very lightweight flower, smaller in size. They are producing nectar? No, they are very light in color. They don't produce any nectar, but they are produce pollen grains very large in number. So with the wind, they can easily travel to long distances, and that is the way पॉलिनेशन हैपन्स. एक जगह से बहुत किसी दूसरे फ्लावर पे जाके स्टिक हो जाते हैं, या दूर किसी और लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस पे भी जाके किसी अनदर फ्लावर पे दे कैन पॉलिनेट. Next is by water. In water, usually flowers they are large, but in mostly water plants, male and female flowers they are different. That is why here the pollination is type of cross pollination. From males, pollen grains they release and they reach on the stigma of another or you can say female flower, right? Or there are other ways by the bats also, then by birds also cross pollination happens. Sometimes is with our activity, right? We always sometimes play in the fields, in the garden. So with our activity also, ground animals, small animals, they also are the agents of cross pollination. So what did we discuss today? Parts of a flower. We talked about unisexual and bisexual flower. We talked about cross and self-pollination and agents of cross-pollination, that is by wind, then by bees or by insects, then by water, then we talked about by bats, then human activities, and by the small animals. These all are the various points through which cross-pollination can happen. So what you need to do, you have to read NCERT page number 130 to 134, which we discussed today. So the question which usually asked in exam from this portion is, that is, you have to draw the section of a flower and identify the parts of a flower. So wish you all, I hope you all are taking care of yourself. So wish you all very good day. Take care, and I will meet you in the next lecture.